So my name's Craig. I see some new faces here, and so I'll give the brief history of the Love Hour. So this initiative started during the pandemic. We were, or was it before the I can't even remember. This has been going on for a few years now, and it came out of a Conscious Leadership Guild retreat. There was a breakout group, and we were talking about how do we spread love and consciousness out in broader society. And Bill Vogelgesang, who is here, told the story of a Catholic nun who had gathered people together in Washington, D.C. to do meditations on love, to try to bring a little more love to Washington, D.C. This was a long time ago. And we thought, could we do something like that? And so we started a website, lovehour.net. You can go to it now, and recorded loving kindness meditations. They're in multiple languages. Mehrod has a global network of meditators. So we have meditations in Dutch and Chinese and Russian and German, Farsi by Mehrod. It's pretty remarkable. And the idea was that people would just be able to anytime, but ideally on Sundays, just go to one of these guided meditations and do a meditation and just put some loving energy out into the field. And then people started saying, well, when's the call? They assumed it was going to be a call. And so we decided we would once a month, on the first Sunday of the month, gather together, and we picked this time to enable people who are in Europe to join us and make it more of a global call. So that is the intention. So I will just let Mehrod briefly introduce Wolfgang, and Wolfgang, we were eager to be led through a love meditation.
Share with everyone. I met Wolfgang in 1994 for the first time in India at the multi-faith ashram. We were at the same meditation sessions, and we kept meeting at the same ashram for many years, and somebody has always inspired me, and it's really, truly a delight. Wolfgang, and you have read about his bio, so Wolfgang, please go ahead.
Okay, thank you, Murad. So, hello, everybody. So I took my laptop now, but I prepared on a different computer something for you, which I would like to show you as a host. So what I can do only is then turning my laptop around and show you the picture of the other computer. I cannot manage this in a different way. So what Murad told me was that every month you have a meeting where you contemplate about love. Now, half an hour for me, it is like a seconds of time. So it is very little time, but nevertheless, it's great to meet. And I was thinking, so what can I do to share with you the phenomena of love? And I sent Murad one of my poems I wrote about love, and he liked it. So then I offered to him and said, well, then I will translate it from German to English and will read it to you. It is not sounding so nice like it is sounding in German. In German, it sounds like a song. And in English, it sounds a little bit... well, you will see. So let us do something. If you agree on that, I would like to read to you that poem and show you a wonderful picture about love. And then I would like to show practice the creation of light, which is the poem naming or calling about. And I would love to explain to you a little bit how you can experience this light in you. It is a meditation technique from the masters of the Himalayas. It's a wonderful technique, but because we only have half an hour, I can explain it to you and show you only a very short practice of 2 minutes and can explain the meaning of this 2 minutes practice. And if you are interested, then we can have a session which is not limited by half an hour. And there I can guide you through a guided meditation which can help you to experience the light in your heart, which you are. We are not man, we are not woman, we are not body, we are not breath, we are not the mind, we are pure light, pure consciousness. And it is a wonderful way of practicing seriously to experience this light in us. And if you practice seriously, you will experience this light in your heart. Now I see some of you may have my age, so it may be ridiculous that I talk like this. Maybe you have experienced this already. And I do not want to preach to you. I can only in this short time offer you something, and then maybe we can exchange some thoughts. And if you have more wishes to experience more, then maybe Marat can organize something. So please let me read the poem to you, and then we go further on. And I try to show you the picture. I do not know. Maybe you can see. Can you see this picture of the monkey?
Yes, we can see it. And there was a request, Wolfgang, if you could, I don't know how long the poem is, but if perhaps you could read it in German after you read it in English. So we
Let
can.
me read it in German first.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Okay. Die Liebe. Sag mir, o Freund, was Liebe ist. Kam sie mit leisen Schritten? Kam sie wie ein Lauschen? Der Freund wurde still und fing an zu lauschen und sprach wie ein leiser Gesang. Sie kam wie ein rauschender Wasserfall und schwebte auf goldenen Schwingen. Sie drang in mein Herz, erfüllte mein Sein, und ein Schmerz löste sich in den Gliedern. Dann stieg sie empor, wurde groß und ich still, bis meine Sinne erglühten, begann dann zu strahlen und zu erfreuen, zu geben ohne Bedenken und wollte nur frei sein, beglücken und schenken, wollte erlösen und trösten und alles mit Licht erfüllen. Love. Tell me, oh friend, what is love? Did it come like soft steps? Did it come like a rustling sound? The friend fell silent and began to listen and spoke like a soft melody. It came like a rushing waterfall and floated on golden wings. It penetrated my heart, filled my being, and a pain dissolved in my limbs. Then it rose, became great, and I became silent until my senses glowed. Then it began to shine and rejoice, to give without hesitation, and wanted only to be free, to bring happiness and to give, wanted to redeem and comfort, filling everything with light. So, dear friends, let's continue with a little practice. This practice is called the 2 minutes exercise. And I am presenting this exercise wherever I go in the whole world, even in China or Indonesia. And I realized that this 2 minutes practice is so simple and so full of wisdom and knowledge. The first minute is a mind cleansing exercise. And I explain it to you, and then you can see what happens in your mind. It's only for 1 minute. And the second minute is a mind concentration exercise where we all concentrate on the same object. So let us start with the 2 minutes exercise. And after that, I will explain why I present this to you. So allow your mind to become still and bring forward all movements which are bothering him. Observe the movements of your mind without judging them, and give them a title. And put the title like a book in a shelf. Nothing else. So we do this for 1 minute, and that minute starts now. And this minute is ending now. And for the second minute, we all concentrate on the same object, the cool inhalation in the nostrils and the warm exhalation in the nostrils, nothing else. And that minute starts now. And that minute is ending now. This is a 2 minutes exercise of unbelievable value. I can tell you, I organized a conference in Beijing with the ministers of the government of China, 50 of them and 50 industrials from the West. And I guided them through this practice. And at the beginning, there was a kind of resistance, but doing this before every lecture we did in 3 days, they slowly learned to enjoy this practice. Now the poem says, filling everything with light is my greatest desire. But this we only can do if we are filled with light. Now the question is, how can we do that? And my realization is, we have taught so much. I was a consultant worldwide in businesses and in governments everywhere. And I realized everybody is fed so much with information and talking that there is an incredible secret in experiencing an authentic silence and going deep into my own silence. Now, how can we do that? I do that, and I did that with a 2 minutes exercise. I put everybody, before they started working, or before I started working with them, I guided them through this 2 minutes of silence experience, and suddenly the intellect starts wandering, and the heart in these 2 minutes slowly starts speaking. And these are two different languages. Now, because our time is so limited, I can only explain to you what we can do together if you are interested. There is a secret in the heart of a human being. And this is that you can experience a wonderful sign in your heart, which is the symbol of consciousness and light. And that is by bringing together the fiery human endeavor out of the navel center through a practice into the heart center, and allowing the shining light of the crown of the head going down through the spinal column into the heart and putting itself over the triangle of fire of human endeavor. Now it is forming a I think it's called 6-angle star or so, yeah? A star out of 6 points. And there is a very interesting question you can raise. What is in the middle of that? Now, to make a long story short, in the Bible is written, knock and it will be opened for you, but it is not written in the Bible how often you have to knock. So we can practice, but it is not said how soon you will experience that light in your heart. But with this little 2 minutes exercise, you can help people who are drowned in the material world to touch a little bit the light of love in their hearts, in that stillness, and maybe only wondering what this is that you are offering them. Whenever you are interested and you want to use it, you can ask Merit to send you the 2 minutes exercise. I have written it and gave it to him. And you can take it and you can read it to a group until you know it by heart. And then you can do it freely. I did it once with 60 world famous professors of the Water Institute in the Netherlands, and they were from all over the world, very famous people, and 1/3 really liked the exercise, 1/3 was silent, and 1/3 wanted to kill me. And especially a professor from Columbia, a woman. After half a year, she wrote me an email, and she wrote, "Dear Wolfgang, I experienced a horrible situation with 50 students in front of an examination and didn't know what to do in the auditorium. So I remembered your exercise, and I got out the letter you gave me, the page you gave me, and I read to them this 3 times, this practice. And I can tell you that the whole situation in the room changed. It's for me, she wrote a miracle, and from now on I will use it. And thank you very much. And she was the heaviest criticism at that meeting in the Netherlands. So I realized this 2 minutes exercise is a very, very special one.
I would like to ask you to do the 2 minute practice for those people who want to leave one more time, and then we'll stay. And people who have to leave, they leave after that 2 minutes. The rest will stay another 10, 15 minutes. How about that?
Okay. Okay, we can do that. So sit straight, close your eyes if you want. If you cannot close your eyes, look in front of you and fix a point on the table. And for 1 minute, we want to cleanse our mind by observing the movements of the mind, not judging them. We give the movement, every movement, a title and put the title like a book in a shelf. And this we only do for 1 minute, and that minute starts now. That minute is ending now. And for the second minute, we all concentrate on the same object. We concentrate on the cool inhalation and the warm exhalation in the nostrils, nothing else. And that minute starts now. And that minute is ending now. So That was the 2 minutes exercise.
Thank you very much for that, Wolfgang.
Yeah, you are welcome.
And for those who'd like to hang out with Wolfgang and Mayrod and me for a few more minutes, you're welcome to do that. But I wanted to just say thank you to Mayrod for introducing us to Wolfgang, and thank you to Wolfgang for that beautiful practice. I loved like putting a title on the spine of a book, like Wondering About Breakfast. Boom. There's a really nice way to kind of cleanse the mind that's a new one, and I deeply appreciate it. So thank you, all of you, for participating and helping to put a little more loving energy out into the world. And may you continue to do that.
And Wolfgang, at this time, if you want to add anything to your session, please go ahead. I have asked people who need to leave they can leave, but as long as we have you, please shower us with your wisdom.
That is funny. My main interest when I meet people like you is to get to know who you are and to whom I speak. And so it would be wonderful to hear your questions or your thoughts or so that we can create and enter a dialogue between us, guiding it.
Wolfgang, what I have to say is when you take us to such a beautiful place of silence, it is so delicious. It's so wonderful. Nobody wants to break that. So it would be very hard to get to people to speak after that.
I know the best way of putting a whole group into silence is to ask such a question like I asked just now. Well, let me share with you some things because you are all strangers to me, and I am very grateful for Mirat to ask me to offer a contemplation or a meditation with you. So I am taught by 3 unbelievable, extraordinary Himalayan masters. One of them is living in 6,000 meters high in Tibet in the Himalayas. The other one died with 130, and the other left the body 1996. And before he left that body, he called me and said, "From now on, Wolfgang, we will teach you in silence like the tradition is doing it since thousands of years." And since 1996, I try to listen into the silence to hear their message. And it is unbelievable what is happening. And mainly when I offer lectures, I start my lectures with a wonderful picture of a rainbow going from one shore to the other at a lake where I have a house and where we are giving seminars and living at weekends. So, and then I tell the people, I say, I am a bridge builder. My profession is to be a bridge builder. I try to build a bridge between the material world to the celestial world and down to the material world again. So, because these 3 masters of the Himalayas taught me something very essential about the celestial world, and it is very difficult in a way to deal then with this experience in the material world because people think you're an idiot when you start talking.
Well, Wolfgang, I have to say, a lot of people I know in this group that they have been meditating for 30 years and they are on
Wonderful.
their path. So you have I don't know everyone, but most people who are joining us in this, they have a good period of practice in their lives. And
Yeah.
the fact
Wonderful.
that they belong to, most of them belong to Conscious Leadership Guild, that also says about the group.
Wonderful. That is really wonderful. So then only for short, I want to stop this description. What these masters showed me and told me were inner pathways. And they showed me that a journey in the outside world cannot be so exciting as it is a journey in the inside world. And the practice I offered to you is a practice where we go in a pathway through the upper channel of Shushumna. Then we go to the main channel of Chuchumna into the Manipura chakra in the navel center. From there, with the fire up into the heart, and then we go up to the crown of the head, and from there down with light into the heart. And it is a kind of an imagination and contemplation which can result in an experience of light. And maybe some of you have experienced that already.
So beautifully said. And I have to, because of what happened today and what you just shared, I would like to invite you again back. And hopefully you can share that guided practice. And we talk about the timing, how much you need time for that as well. Well, thank you so much, everyone. And thank you, Wolfgang, for this beautiful presentation. You touched us all in our heart. And I appreciate that very much. Anybody else has any questions, comments before we wrap up?
I would like to
I,
share something. Can I share something?
Please.
So, Wolfgang, while you were reading the poem in English, it's the first time that I have heard words that describe the spiritual awakening experience I had in 1987.
Oh, wonderful.
I'm just like, my heart's just thinking, I'm like, I've never, it's so difficult to put into words what that experience was like. It lasted for about 2.5 days, actually. So thank you so much.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Deborah. Thank you.
so I would just like to invite Wolfgang. Well, first I want to thank you. I can just feel your presence. It's beautiful. So I deeply appreciate it.
Thank you, everyone, for your presence and love. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Mehrad and Craig.
Thank you, Joseph.
Yeah, thank you for being here, Joseph. Love you.
I love both of you and all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Joseph. Thank you.
Thank you. Wolfgang, your work today was magnificent and transforming.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.